Hello. Okay. Hello. I think we've solved all technical issues. So let me quickly start the presentation. So good morning, everyone. I wish I was there in person, but unfortunately, due to COVID, I'm not there. My name is Venkatesh. I am head of business development for Europe for cloud and IT infrastructure services for a company called LTI. We are the partner for Telekom Romania. It's a strategic partnership that I will talk about it a little later. I'm based out of London. So without much delay, let me get across to the presentation. So we will cover as a company what we do. We are a cloud system integrator and a cloud service provider. And today what we'll cover is just to give a quick snapshot of Telekom Romania that most of you would be aware of. Telekom Romania is one of the biggest ICT integrator in the local market. Now it provides a range of services in the ICT business, starting from communication, ICT infrastructure. It has been providing data center services for quite a while, cybersecurity, as well as IoT, smart city and business solutions, right? And now, very specific to Microsoft, Telecom is also a Microsoft cloud solutions provider since 2014. So, providing customers services, helping on their digital transformation journey. Now, what has happened is in 2019, there was a major partnership agreement between Deutsche Telekom, which is Telekom Romania's parent company, and Microsoft in Telekom Romania. And a specific division to focus on cloud services was formed. This was called as digital and cloud services. Now, based on this partnership, and that's why I'm here, there was a specific strategy partnership with Larsen and Toubro Infotech. I'm part of Larsen and Toubro Infotech. This is an exclusive partnership as an exclusive delivery partner to provide scale, cloud expertise, skills, and associated tools. So this is exclusive. So we have set up capacity. It is a working relationship where we are already providing cloud solutions for customers. Now, in that context, as the partner for Telekom Romania, what are our credentials specifically for Microsoft and for Azure? Now, LTI, that is the partner we are. So we are a gold partner, and we are gold partner for Microsoft across a number of competencies, starting with cloud, of course, is very relevant here. But of course, we are also gold partners in data center, collaboration, application development, messaging, data platform. So a number of competencies that are required for a cloud or a digital journey, we're a gold partner. That is one. Plus, we're also been doing a lot of cutting edge work, not only on core cloud, but also on emerging areas. Like, for example, we were awarded the Azure Emerging Partner of the Year 2017, but we also got the award for application innovation in 2018 from Microsoft. We are also part of blockchain partner, one of the earliest partners for blockchain. So core technologies, core Microsoft technologies, and emerging technologies, we have a number of capabilities. Plus, we've also been certified and recognized by Microsoft. Now, if you look at it, which is the reason why even ISG is recognized as a cloud archetype leader of having delivered successful cloud engagements. Now, is it only about cloud? No. While we help customers move them to cloud, it is also important to architect applications, re-architect applications for cloud. So we have good capabilities there. We have about 2000 plus applications for enterprise customers we have re-architected so that they can move to cloud. More importantly, what we've also done is, it is just not about people. It is also, we have developed about 25 plus tools and accelerators, which are reusable accelerators, which we can help customers accelerate and move to cloud securely and safely. So we have the scale. Two, we've been recognized by Microsoft, and we have a number of competencies. And from a scale perspective, you see total number of resources that we have who are Microsoft, not only on cloud, but on related technologies like .NET. We have 6,000 people, out of which 1,000 plus are Azure professionals. These are global capabilities that we have. And about 60% of them are certified with associated Microsoft technology. So if you look at it, we have the scale, we have the competencies, and we have a strong working relationship with Telecom to deliver engagements. I will move to the next slide here. This is about our offerings. Now, from a cloud offering specifically, what we want to say here is we have the breadth of offerings. Now, typically we see that customers or our prospects are either on any particular phase of a cloud journey. Either they may be in the first phase, that is evaluating, should I move to cloud? If I move to cloud, what is the cloud that I need to move? How much is it going to cost? What are the associated risks? What are the changes that I have to do? Now, for that kind of a customer, we have our assessment service. Now, this assessment covers the technical aspects, the strategy and organization change management that may be required as you move to cloud. It will also answer very specific questions that, for my particular workload, how long it's going to take to move to cloud? What is the ideal cloud architecture? What is the total cost of ownership? Will I have a business case? And how soon will I recover the cost of transformation? And what are the cost benefits? So it covers an entire assessment service. We have the assessment service. Second is, once you do the assessment, then of course you have to do your pilots, POCs, and do the actual migration. Now that is again a core offering that we have, which is the platform build and the migration. Now, this is not only about just the offering to rehost, just move your workload from your data center to Azure cloud, but in a number of customers, we find that there are legacy applications, so you might have to refactor. Sometimes you might have to re-platform to the latest platform, or in some cases, you might even have to re-architect your applications so that it's best served on cloud, and you can take full benefits. So it's an end-to-end service in terms of migration that we have, which may be rehosting, re-architecting, all those elements, doing the pilots, and of course, handing it over to operations. Now, the third part is we have a full-fledged cloud managed services and cloud operations. Now, this is from operations, management of cloud, operating cloud, as well as the governance aspect. So we have a full-fledged 24/7 cloud operations center to manage any cloud complexity, be it infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or container as a service. So managed service is another important offering that we have. Now, the fourth one that you see, which is called as cloud optimization service, we see that when customers move to cloud, it is just not sufficient to move to cloud and then start operating. Sometimes they find that the cost of cloud is more than what they had anticipated. So there is a continuous requirement to optimize cloud, be it cost optimization, continuously monitoring, are we spending more? Do we have the right cloud license agreements? Do we have the right cloud usage, for example? So all of this is a specific offering that we have. It can be bundled with managed services or handled separately to look at the cost optimization, policy, and governance of cloud. So that is another service that we have. Now, the last one that you see on the top right is another service where we find customers also have specific requirements like moving SAP to cloud, while they might want to retain other stuff, other on data center. So we have very specific offering of moving SAP to cloud, database on cloud, or maybe just building a disaster recovery on cloud, or doing DevOps on cloud. So these are all very, very specific services that we call as cloud enablement services. Just as a snapshot, from a offerings perspective, we have the breadth of offerings. So wherever you are in the cloud journey, whether you're just thinking about it, or if you already have certain workloads and you want to accelerate to cloud, or if you're already on cloud and you want to optimize, we have all the offerings for you. And what you see below is a number of tools and accelerators that we've jointly developed. So it's just not about people, as I said, and the offerings. We have tools across all the spectrums to accelerate this, which I'll quickly cover in the next slide. So just before getting to tools, now just slightly deep diving. In the first slide, we talked about the breadth of offerings, but I just wanted to talk about some depth of offerings. Specific respect to migration, because migration of a data center or a customer's environment to cloud is complex in many sense. So in order to address this, we have something called as a MIG Express that you see on the second tab. MIG Express is a complete framework that has all the accelerators and the right frameworks to help you to move to cloud, be it rehosting, be it re-architecting or re-platforming or developing complete cloud native applications. So once after the assessment, the way that we look at migration is it's got to be rapid. So we have accelerators to whatever workloads can be quickly moved, can be rapidly migrated using tools. And we have a factory approach to do that as well in terms of resources who can do this fairly fast for you using tools. Replatforming, we have expertise in applications as well, because it's just not about having the right cloud skills, but you need to have the application skills to understand if it needs to be re-architected and deploy those so that they are remediated before it moves to cloud. So we have great expertise there. And sometimes you might have to re-platform. It might be your existing data center assets may be on AX, maybe you need to migrate to Linux or x86 for license or for feasibility purposes. So we have all of those expertise as well. Plus, we have DevOps competency, and we also have skills to convert applications to microservices so that you get the best benefit out of cloud. So the framework covers all aspects of rehost, replatform, re-architecting, or complete cloud native development. So in each of the area, we have capacity, we have capabilities, and tools. And of course, what you see on enterprise governance and frameworks also quickly is that we also see that most of customers, when they move to cloud, they look at the technical aspect, but equally important is the other aspects such as your operating model. Now, you might have a good cloud environment where you can provision a cloud environment fairly quickly at the click of a button. But if you're supporting service management processes or your operating model does not align with it, then you might still have issues. So we have that particular service offering also to help customer put in the right organization and the change management that may be required as you're considering to move to cloud. So that is also an aspect that we cover. And of course, once you do the migration, how effectively you do hypercare and hand it over to operations, be it ourselves or to any other organization or your own internal organization. So for us, the way that we look at migration is in depth is all the specific areas and the capacity skills that we have along with the tools and the experience that we carry. So this is just to cover and summarize the depth of capabilities and service offerings in each of the associated areas that we have. And now I will move to the part that I covered in terms of tools. Now, of course, the cloud world today, if you look at the industry, there are many tools today to manage cloud, to do assessment, and to optimize cloud. There are many tools out there in the market. What we have done is we've invested a lot of time and effort in developing some of the tools ourselves, and of course, combining some of the industry best tools and white labeled as well. So if you look at this, there is a wide spectrum of tools, and these are integral part of the service that we provide. Let me start with on the leftmost thing, which is Rapid Adapt. Rapid Adapt, along with Azure Migrate, we also use the Azure native tools as well, is the assessment platform that automatically scans your environment for applications infrastructure. It understands the dependencies of your application to infrastructure to infrastructure, creates those roadmaps automatically, and then provides a view of what the target cloud architecture should be, what the waves of migration needs to be, what is the based on dependency, it can give you a recommendation saying these are the set of application that needs to be combined with a wave and migrated. So all of this, now while this can be done through several ways, this particular tool automates it and accelerates the process, and then we have our experts who then looks at it, analyzes and provides it. For example, at the click of a button, you can say that, okay, this is my current data center environment. In cloud, if I want to have a high availability environment, how will it look like? Just you click a button and it gives you a view, high level view of how a high availability architecture in cloud can be. So this is a good way to accelerate your understanding and your assessment. That is one. Second tool is also important. Pacify. Pacify is an in-house developed tool. It runs on your COTS application, be it .NET or Java, and quickly gives you how many hours of remediation is required to be done on the application before it moves to cloud. I mean, it does this in 30 minutes. It gives you a very good view. It is applicable for any .NET or Java-based application that you might develop. It's an in-house tool and provides you with that important aspect. Cloud X-ray analyzes, once you move to cloud, it analyzes the patterns and how you are using cloud, identifies wastage, and saying that you can reduce this cost or you can shut off these services. And then, so therefore, you can save cost on cloud licenses. So that's another tool that enables on a continuous basis. Cloud Ensure is the cloud management platform that we have to manage, orchestrate. It also supports multi-cloud. So it's it's an integral part of our managed services that provides governance as well. Now, Genius is a tool. Again, it's a platform where typically most of the customers, when you move to cloud, obviously, it's important to have a DevOps approach. So this provides a DevOps workbench, completely cloud enabled, where you can onboard your existing applications to a DevOps environment. It speeds up the whole process. And last but not the least is Studio, which is a rapid application development platform, which helps you develop applications on cloud native applications. A lot of templates are built in. So again, if you look at it, what we have at our disposal is tools that help the cloud journey across any phase, whether you're assessing or when you're managing, optimizing, or looking at add-on things like DevOps, which is very important, or we're looking at developing application for the cloud. So all of this is integral part of the service that we deliver. Now, what's the benefit that we think that it delivers are the ones that you see at the bottom. This is just not the advantages of cloud, but even within cloud, these are the additional benefits that we bring. 15% faster time, cost reduction of at least 30% because of Cloud X-ray, for example. Using Genius, we found that for many customers, we have speeded up the DevOps enablement by a number of factors, as well as the Cloud X-ray and Cloud Ensure as part of the management service has 1500 cloud checks built in. So as you move to cloud, you can do a quick check whether it is architected as per best practices as advised by Microsoft or any cloud for that matter. So this is enabled. The other thing that I want to talk about is the services that we have talked about in the previous slide. We are working with Microsoft, and it is all for alignment with Microsoft's CAF 2, the Cloud Adoption Framework 2, so that we're completely aligned with Microsoft best practices. And this is a continuous process that we do as well. So now that I've covered the breadth of tools, I will also talk about a quick snapshot of our extended digital capabilities as a cloud partner or a provider that we can offer to you. For most of customers that you're looking at moving to cloud, it is not only about having those skills in cloud. We can also help you because cloud is a foundation, as you all know, is a foundation block for your digital journey. I mean, everyone is talking about digital journey, right? So we have extended capabilities while we talked about cloud in other areas as well, like on the digital workplace area, on the M365, Office 365. So we are able to offer that as well. We have good capabilities in Dynamics 365 as well for business application on Microsoft platform as well, if you need that as well. Plus, we have added capabilities on IoT, data and analytics on Azure platform. We have executed a number of projects for customers on their digital journey as well. And last but not the least, we have application development capabilities, digital application development capabilities using the Microsoft ecosystem. So what this means is we are and we can become a one-stop shop for your digital capabilities. We don't have to go external. We can serve your requirements in an outcome-based fashion, which then leads to from a timing perspective, the last 3 or 4 minutes, just to give you a view of some of the customer case studies, of course, wherever possible we have. So these are the customer case studies that we've executed. As I already said, this is us as an organization, and some in along with partnership with Telekom, because it is a working relationship. So if you see the number of existing case studies or engagements that we've done, this is for Azure Cloud, it covers many areas. You will see that we have number of customers where we migrated ERP, especially SAP, to Azure. And for this, we have good, because when you're migrating something like an ERP application like SAP to cloud, it's just not about having the cloud capabilities, but we understand how SAP works, how SAP needs to be migrated as well. So those capabilities and experts we have. So for Rev Group, one of the our engagements, it's an automotive company. We migrated SAP to cloud. For an European client, which is on the top right, we have migrated their entire environment, the data center environment, which also included SAP, to Azure. We migrated the digital workplace to Office 365 and M365. And today they're virtually data centerless. And we have given, this is for their core office and for 700 of their stores. It's all on Azure. You will also see we have executed a number of cloud migration for financial institutions, a global top 10 bank in the world. We have completely moved their risk and compliance portfolio on cloud, and we've saved them 40% cost savings. For several insurance companies, we migrated them to Azure, giving them significant reduction of 50%. Now, for financial institutions, we also understand that it's just not about moving to cloud. There are security, there are government regulations, compliance, and all that. And we have a good understanding of that, along with experts on risk management of how to move critical applications to cloud. So you will see a number of financial services customers that we've done. Plus, you will also see in certain cases, like the last two at the bottom right, the elevator manufacturer company, which is Otis, I can name that, and for a commercial vehicle manufacturer, we have implemented IoT on Azure, and we implemented other technologies so that they can offer it as a service. So for the elevator company, it is maintenance as a service. So we've deployed IoT, we've deployed applications on cloud, so that today entire maintenance of their elevators across the globe is performed through a Azure-enabled platform and applications. And last but not the least is the healthcare platform vendor. So this is a company, global company headquartered in the US. They wanted to develop a platform for clinical trials, and this is very relevant in today's COVID world, right? You need to develop you need to do the clinical trials faster so that you can release clinical drugs faster to the market, which and can save lives. So we have helped this company, along with Microsoft, develop a platform that is sold to the pharma companies, which then they can use to develop and trial drugs faster. So this is a very good example that we always would like to quote, because especially in the context of what is available today. So across summarizing the existing engagements that we have successfully completed, many engagements where we migrated enterprise applications, ERP like SAP, to Azure successfully, and that's because we have the cloud plus SAP plus Oracle, all other ERP capabilities. We have executed a number of cloud engagements for regulated industries like financial services, also for government. Uh, so we understand the other aspects of migration to cloud as well. We've also executed a number of engagements where it is just not the infrastructure as a service cloud, but it's additional services, be it IoT, be it blockchain, or additional other services on higher value end services on Azure. So good case studies, many of them in Europe. Which comes to my last slide, in keeping with the timings to cloud. So what is our differentiators? What do we think as differentiators between telecom and the scale? So now today, Telekom Romania has the required consultants, architects, and the market reach, and a leader in ICT in your region. So they're available. We make it easy for you to reach out to us and give your requirements, and then consult with you to see which is the best way that you can adapt for your cloud journey. We have the scale in terms of a number of associates that I've talked about 6,000 people, resources globally available that can execute projects successfully. We have a successful working factory model to do the migration. We have strong partnership with Microsoft with all the credentials. Plus, we have all the tools and enablers and reusable, so we don't have to reinvent the whole wheel so that we can accelerate your journey. Plus, we have the partnerships with also not only Microsoft, but with some of the technology partners who are also part of today's meeting, like VM and Palo Alto and all that, so that we can offer an end-to-end cloud service for you. It's as I said, it's a robust partner ecosystem of OEM vendors with Microsoft at the top and the scale that we have. So this is where I would want to end my presentation. I know it's a challenge to cover everything in 30 minutes, but I definitely, for your cloud offerings, we have the breadth of offerings, we have the depth of offerings, and we have the tools and the scale and the partnerships with Microsoft to make it happen. I would request you to please get in touch. There's the link that is provided, digital and cloud services. We are also, my colleagues are there in the booths, virtual booths, and in on the floor. Please reach out to them for any specific requirements. I'm very confident that we will we'll be able to address your requirements in a very customized way. So thank you all.